To the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the 16th day of February 2025. We are almost half the month. The month is moving very fast. Ladies and gentlemen, over this weekend, the mainstream agenda has been, the dominating agenda has been the most difficult question of how Raila Odinga lost the AUC bid. And I want to be specific and I want to address Mama Ida. Mama Ida and Raila's family must now take swift action and filter, in fact, chase the oligarchs around Raila, the opportunists around Raila Odinga, who are taking advantage of his advancing age to drag him into some fake deals for personal fortune. I am saying this because I have seen those asking how Odinga got to vie for that AUC position. And you can listen to people saying that Raila was a superior candidate. Moving forward, I did say in my previous video that President Ruto, rather Kenya Kwanza administration, are in the process of shopping for another activity, another position, something to keep Raila busy under the broad-based administration. So the biggest loser, William Ruto, is plan A of exiling Raila has failed. Because of that, he will then maneuver how he takes over the ODM party. He either takes over the ODM party or dismantle the party. Plan B is there. And let me say this. Someone will even go and tell Raila that, Raila, you are the sixth. Moving forward, at this point, there are several ideas. I saw when he was asked what next. People will come and even say, Odinga, you are the sixth. People will come even, someone will even come and say, no. And I saw that statement. Wewe umeshinda AU, wewe tutaenda kutafutia kazi uko UN. Raila is an institution. Raila is a big brand, a big political brand. Raila is influential and a powerhouse. But the tragedy with all that is that it is controlled by that Raila Odinga brand is controlled by a clique of opportunists that will stop at nothing. They will destroy that brand to its extension for their own benefit. Yesterday, after the vote, ODM MPs sharply differed with President Ruto, who are running a narrative. And the president is still in Addis Ababa. This photo emerged, and it has been shared by Mahmoud. President Ruto walked directly in a show of, I don't know, solidarity, of maturity, of democracy, to go and have a chat with the new AUC chairman-elect, Mahmoud Yusuf. Raila Odinga never went. They were there. This photo has emerged. And of course showing, and the reason why he was doing that is to portray an image that this election for him was not a do or die. When you listen to Kithure Kindiki speaking in Meru, he's talking about the same way Raila and Ruto have been working together for the AUC. They should continue working together for the unity of the country, for the stability of the country. Now, and I want to say this.
Kidogo jana tumekuwa na Kama nchi tulikuwa tunatafuta mmoja wetu kuongoza bara la Afrika, lakini hatukufanikiwa. I just want to thank our president, I want to thank our former prime minister and those who supported our candidate. And even if we did not succeed, I think we came out strongly because we got the support of over 20 African nations. 20 African presidents, more than 20 actually voted for our candidates. And we thank God, hata kama siku yetu haikufika jana, our day will come in future. We just want to ask that the president and the former prime minister and all the leaders will continue working together to build the unity of Kenya, secure peace and stability for our country, the same way we were working together in that project, even if we didn't succeed. I pray going forward that the president, the retired prime minister, and all leaders, present and past, will work for national unity so that we can move the development of our country to the next level.
The ODM, what William Ruto team wants to be said is that Ruto supported, gave Raila Odinga all the support. This support, however, is packaged as a favor. Remember, William Ruto does not act on supporting William Ruto. He did not use his money. He used taxpayers' money. That even taxpayers are asking why. I'm wondering, oh my goodness. I'm wondering, someone talking about Ruto supported Raila to the fullest. And even Raila said it. He said it yesterday. It's true. But that support then is not, Ruto did not use his money from Sugoi Farm. It was taxpayers' money that was abused. Yes. So I don't know what support we're talking about. Number two, is it Kenya Kwanza that we were told that Raila went to government to stabilize? So Raila helped Ruto last year to kill the Gen Z movement that was actually sending Ruto home. So if Raila amemsaidia last year in July, what is wrong basi if they feel Ruto amemsaidia sahi? Why do Ruto team want the country to believe that no, Ruto has done the best in terms of that? That support is packaged as a favor, as if he just did it as a personal friend. He never did it as a personal friend. Remember, the candidature of Raila Odinga was a Kenyan candidature. So even if it was Bukisa Kitui, if it was Musalia Mudavadi, or even Wetangula, or even Kalonzo was the candidate, that candidate needed to be supported by the country Kenya. Just like in 2017, even Uhuru Kenyatta supported Amina Mohamed. Did we ever see Amina Mohamed coming out and say, you know, Uhuru did me a favor? Caleb Amisi today was in Kitale, the ODM chairperson for Trans Nzoia, Babu Owino, Anyang' Nyong'o, and close Raila Odinga family, including Winnie and Raila Jr. There was an invite for a press briefing today in Addis Ababa in the morning, and several of these MPs decided to walk out and not to attend, not to appear in that press briefing, because the objective of the press briefing is to try to already control the narrative from Addis Ababa. That, you know, Raila is in broad-based, because what the country is talking about is, because now is lost and Ruto has conned him, and if you ask me in this podcast, for me, I believe it was a con. Ruto, why? It was a con because Ruto knew that Kenya was not within the winning range, but still presented a candidate. It was a con because in the first place, we didn't even need to present our candidature. Kenya didn't even need to present a candidate. We were not within the winning range. No, not. Because even locally here, we were not solid. The reports that Burundi never may have voted the Sadek way. The reports that Rwanda, DRC, and Museveni and the Museveni this side might have not even supported us. Even the fellows that we are supporting, that we are now opening our borders for them to get to this country, the Somalia fellows. They didn't even vote for us. There are those rumors going on. And the ODM Mps declined. I support that. I want you to listen to Junet.
Of the three candidates on the ballot, Kenya's Raila Amolo Odinga emerged as the front-runner in the first 2 rounds of voting. However, after 6 rounds, and in a spirit of Pan-African unity, he chose to step down, recognizing that after 7 rounds without an outright winner, one securing at least 2/3 of the votes, the election was likely to be deferred, possibly to the next summit. This decision echoes the precedent set in 2012 when a similar election between Jinping and Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma had to be postponed from January to July due to the absence of a decisive outcome. As a true Pan-Africanist, Raila Odinga once again put the interest of the continent before personal ambition, demonstrating statesmanship and unwavering commitment to African unity and progress. As His Excellency Odinga affirmed during the prayer meeting on February 10, 2025, this election was never about individual victory, but about Africa's collective success, win or loss. We are all winners in pursuit of a stronger, more unified continent. And at this point also, I would like to thank all the people, we would like to thank all the people who supported this endeavor of His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. To start with, we want to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency President William Ruto, for the unwavering support his and his government gave to this contest of Honorable Odinga in the AU elections. And in this regard, again, we call upon all Kenyans to prepare to accord His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga a well-deserved, rousing welcome upon his return. His exemplary leadership and sacrifices in the service of Africa are a source of immense pride for our nation.
This is not the outcome that we had come for here in Addis. We were very hopeful for a win because we knew the...
And that is why I say these fellows need to be kicked out of Raila's circle. You know, listen the way he's lying, that Raila alijiondoa because it would go to the very 7th round without a winner. So ilibidi ajiondoe in the spirit of democracy so that winner patikana. While in real sense, it is the statutory orders, it is the standing orders of AU that the first round, in fact that election should just go to 3 rounds. The first round, mwenye kidogo anatolewa. The second round, mwingine anatolewa. The third round, mpaka ikibaki sasa mtabaki peke yake, hata huyo anaenda peke yake. It was not Raila's decision for him to be knocked out of the race. No? It was not his personal decision. It is, but then someone must make it look, you know, come on. We cannot fix our problems if after such a crisis we engage in some very unnecessary PR exercise. Raila is 80. Do you think there is something that really bothers him, whether he gets... I like the way he is. He's very comfortable. And Raila is not the problem. There are a clique of fellows that are taking advantage of his advancing age. And those fellows needs to be knocked out of Karen. They should not even be around Raila. When you listen to Kericho Senator and Kisumu Senator Jendan Cheriot, instead of talking about a postmortem, they are worried about, they're saying, we believe that UDA, that deal, is it UDA what? That UDA ODM deal is going still to remain solid. Now that is their worry. It is the same thing that Kindiki is talking about.
Very hopeful for a win because we knew the kind of candidate that we had presented to Africa. We knew that Africa will have benefited immensely from Prime Minister Raila's experience, wisdom, and so many things that he's resolute about in his public life. However, we have come to accept that sometimes elections don't go the way that we had wished them to do. But as a country and as a leadership, we are extremely proud of the journey that he walked. He gave a great account of himself, and every patriotic Kenyan is extremely proud of our Prime Minister. We know that he gave it his best, only that others thought differently from what we had thought as a country, as a region, and those who saw his strength. We particularly appreciate all the countries that stood with us in this journey, those that believed in this shared vision of a prosperous and thriving Africa. We also, as true Democrats, appreciate those that saw it differently, and we believe in a united and a stronger Africa. We believe that the Prime Minister cannot be short of things to do, given his age-old experience and passion for a better Kenya. So we welcome him home with so much pride, exuberance. We urge all Kenyans to celebrate and grant him a rousing welcome as he returns back home.
We want to say we are very proud of His Excellency Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga for the effort he put and for coming on very strong for this position. Even though it didn't go in the way that we had intended, we are still very proud of Baba.
Now, you can selfishly see that to the deep state end, their only interest is not about Raila have lost. No. It's about ile deal yetu ya Raila. That ODM, is it still there? And they're still in Addis Ababa. Raila's just lost. They have not even come back to the country. And they're talking about working together. That was the basis of supporting Raila's bid. ODM party is yet to issue a statement back here in Nairobi. They've not issued any statement since yesterday. And I want to believe that the Secretary General does not want to rush. The transaction wing is out. Now, there is a contest between, and Kenya Kwanza want to create a contest between Ruto supporting Raila now and Uhuru supporting Raila, who was honest. I'm telling you the politics of us versus them. You cannot compare. You cannot compare. If Raila was to win the presidency, what was Uhuru Kenyatta going to gain? It was Raila who was going to become the president. Uhuru Kenyatta was not going to vie again. So even if Raila would win, there is no way that Raila was going to help Uhuru Kenyatta. Now on this one, you're talking about support, but you support it with an interest. That, look here, I support you, you go to AUC, then you support my candidate in 2027. Look at this. And I want to say, there are 4 reasons why these oligarchs, the Junets, must be tamed away from Raila. They must be knocked out of Raila Odinga's circle. Because the pro-Ruto goons, the pro-Ruto wing wants to hijack Raila Odinga so that they can sell William Ruto's next course of action on this. I'm telling you. You've seen them. I saw yesterday Opondo Kaloma was saying, now William Ruto and Raila Odinga need to formalize their coalition. How is that related to AUC? Okay, fine. How does AUC laws, how does it bring about that coalition? What is the relationship? So that team, that is, and that is why I'm telling Mamaida, that is their interest. When they will not be trooping to Capitol Hill and current residents and go there with some little money that they have been given from that other side and tell you can be given this money, now you need to formalize this coalition, or now we need to go to the ballot. There is the other side. There is the other side of Kina Orengo, who also, the guys that are looking for endorsements, they will also go to Karen and tell Raila that, Baba, you've lost it, you now need to go to vie. Raila Odinga can still be a voice. In fact, Raila Odinga will be a very serious voice in the next election if he is not on ballot and is endorsing another candidate. And that candidate should be none other than Kalonzo Musyoka. Sometimes ni nzuri kusema ukweli. Ruto is setting up Raila for serious backlash with the Gen Z as he nears retirement. You look at the kind of hate. Mimi, I used to check TikTok and Twitter and that is where the young people are, huh? And Baba kwa chini. I used to check the kind of hate, the kind of hate messages that Raila Odinga used to receive, and now the Gen Z were celebrating. They were like, this man betrayed us. When to still continue that path? So Raila gonna retire. All that Raila's fought for wants to be finished in the altar of making Ruto a president in 2027. No, those people need to leave Raila. I'm so sure he will still be relevant if he just lays back and say, I've done my part. Just give directions. Yeah, give directions and play golf. Not being tossed around like a toy boy here. The other issue is this. Ruto wants to emerge victorious in Raila's misfortune. How? Raila's lost. Now it is you who wants now to be, you don't want even the country to see that Raila's lost. You want the country to see how you've supported. How, I don't know, you gave helicopters. The money that was used for Raila Odinga's campaigns is taxpayers' money that was misused. So, this angle of, and you see the interest. I've seen ODM putting a point. They've said, through Raila Odinga's campaign, we've made new friends, we've learned some few things. I've seen Pauline Njoroge saying, it was an international diplomatic affairs masterclass for me. Yes. For William Ruto, it was an opportunity to come up and say how he has supported Raila. No. And lastly, you cannot absolve. The team around Raila now wants to absolve Ruto of the principal blame. And I'll tell you that principal blame in the next podcast. Make sure you watch to the end. Thank you.